guys, it's me, Georgette, and welcome to another episode of Jones on New Homes. So today I wanted to make this video for people who are looking to purchase a home. And so I am a builder rep located here in the DFW area. And if you are looking to purchase a home in, 2025 or 2026, here's just a few tips for you to kind of get ready to purchase a home. Personally, myself, it did take me a number of years to get ready to purchase a home because I had to fix my credit. I had to save. I ended up having to move. I got a new job. Like, it was a whole thing. And so, but along the way, I never gave up the goal of owning a home. So what I would say is the first step is you have to know your buying power. And to know your buying power, you really do have to get with the lender, go ahead and have them pull your credit. It is a hard pull on your credit, but you need a baseline. Where are you starting at? And it can't be on different third-party websites because you genuinely need to know what your mortgage credit is going to be. And so once they pull that and you have it ready and you have it in front of you, say your credit is where it needs to be, awesome, you're good to go. But say it's not. And say that you are looking to utilize down payment assistance. Most, not all, down payment assistance programs you can get in. They really want to see you at a 640, but some of them can get it done at 620. So I always tell people to at least have a 640 credit score so you can have the majority of options. And then also, when you're choosing your lender, you really do need to choose a lender that they have options to hold the loan in-house, which means they'll take on a little bit more risk when it comes to people without, maybe you don't have perfect credit. And they also might have access to some in-house grants. So the lender you choose does matter. There's a lot of phenomenal lenders out there. Before you let them pull your credit and get that hard pull done, actually ask some questions, interview a couple of them just to see exactly what they're offering as a lender. And once you have your credit pulled, you know where you're at, and say that it's not exactly where you need it to be. It's not at that 640 mark. Some of the first things that you need to do after that is make sure you're paying your bills on time, and then also start saving. You can never save too much money. And also look at your retirement accounts. If you've never taken out money from your retirement accounts to purchase a home, then you still have an option to do that. And then you would go ahead and contact them and just see how much you can take out and put that on the list of, calculations when you're seeing exactly how much you would need to bring to the table to close on a home. So a lot of people do it a little bit backwards. They'll go ahead and, I want to, get a home. And what they'll do is they'll go ahead and start looking online. They're going to open houses. They're like, I'm buying a home. I want to go ahead and find the home and then get pre-approved. Well, now you've already broken your own heart. So instead of doing that, go ahead and know your buying power, get that pre-approval, which means they have checked everything. You've uploaded all your documents, your W-2s, your bank statements, your check stubs, and, they verify that everything is good to go. If you have student loan debt or anything going on, then they'll go ahead and they'll calculate those things as well. So then once you have that pre-approval letter in hand, then you would go ahead and start to interview realtors. I always suggest interviewing at least 3 realtors just to find one that's a great fit for you. I know that if you throw a rock, you can hit multiple realtors, but is that realtor a good fit for you in terms of, do they communicate in a way that you appreciate? Do they work on the weekends, or are they off on the weekend? Some realtors, they don't work on Sunday, but maybe that's your only day off. So think of some of those idiosyncrasies that maybe you have as a buyer that a realtor needs to know up front. And then also, are they a good personality fit? The area that you're looking in, do they work in that area? Do they know that area to be able to offer some direction and insight about it? When you're asking about different things like, the safety or the crime rate and things like that, realtors can't go into detail about that, but can they provide resources for you to do the research for yourself? And so I think once you have your team, which that's what it is, your pre-approval, your realtor, then go look for homes. If you're looking in DFW for new construction, I would love to work with you, but say you're somewhere else, that would still be the same process. And I think that once you narrow down the area that you would like to be in, then I tell people to drive around. Go out there different times of the day and night, and what's going on in the area. Are they building? Do they have a lot of construction going on? Are there a lot of delays? If have kiddos going to school, are they going to those schools already, or would this be a transfer from a different school district? So those are the things that you kind of need to do to get ready. If we're talking backtracking a little bit more about credit, sometimes people don't have a debt issue, they have an income issue. Do they need to make more income, or do you need to purchase less house? Making that transition from renting to owning, I think that first time is definitely the hardest thing. And I think because what people pay in rent gets them more sometimes versus when they are purchasing. But if you can go out a little ways, especially from the heart of the Metroplex, you typically can get more home and like more bang for your buck, where you can qualify for a USDA loan. And typically that loan is in more rural areas, but the home might qualify, but you as the buyer, do you qualify? So as always, those are just a few tips to keep in mind before you get started on your home buying journey. And as always, if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below or go ahead and DM me. I would love the opportunity to help you. Thank you so much for being the best part of my day, and take care.